Look, I'm not saying that my YouTube career has been long or successful, but what I am saying is this video is going to make or break it. Here's the thing. I would like to start off this video by saying, when it comes to Marvel and DC, I'm completely neutral. Now I know from the title, I'm already going to have people saying something. You clearly favor Marvel over DC. Leave DC alone, okay? Now everything has to be a fun time. Let's talk. Look, I saw Batman v Superman this weekend, and I'm not pleased. Now, obviously I'm not actually that angry, because it's a fictional thing, and quite frankly, who cares? It's a movie. But it goes without saying that Batman v Superman has divided people. Me in particular. It's split me right down the frickin' middle, okay? And I love DC as a company. I love the comics to death. Just to death. Now, I'm gonna break this down into a few reasons as to why DC so far in this universe is broken and why Marvel is working. And I'm willing to say right now, I will put this foot in my mouth if the next few DC movies are fantastic. I would just like to emphasize before we do this that number one, this is my opinion and it does not matter if you disagree with me, that's fine. Number two, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not some paid critic or anything like that. Just a guy who likes comic books and comic characters and stuff. And number three, I'm talking specifically about the movie universes here, okay? Marvel seems to know its characters, and it knows them well. Iron Man, even though he's not entirely the Iron Man from comics, in the movies, he still keeps the basis of what makes him Iron Man, and they stick to that. He's a genius, and he cares about responsibility and about being, you know, responsible for your actions. In the movies, he does that, and he is that character. Batman is Batman because he has a set of rules that he sticks to. In the movie universes, we have seen Batman over and over and over again break those rules. Batman is made up of three things, okay? Guy dresses like a bat, dead parents, doesn't kill people. He did two of those things in this movie. I don't understand why people can't get this right. Just DC characters are, they are those characters because they have a set of moral standards and a set of things that make them those characters, and directors can't seem to get them right, especially with Superman and Batman. Marvel has a track record of hiring directors that seem to know what they're doing. Jon Favreau, the Russo brothers, Joss Whedon, just amazing, not only visually, but also story-wise. They seem to know what they're doing, who the characters are, what the story is. They go and they do their thing. Marvel hires people that are extremely creative, that they start with a story, they stick to the story, and then everything else comes after it. They know what they're doing. Zack Snyder, to me, does not seem to know what he's doing. Specifically, he is a visual guy, which I can appreciate. Film is a visual medium, and so it's important to have somebody who knows how to handle visuals and to have things that are pretty to look at. That being said, I don't think a movie can stand on its own by just being a collection of pretty things. That is not a movie to me. That is just that is like a demo reel I can go watch on Vimeo by some who loves, like, beaches. DC needs to hire directors that have not only a creative vision that's unique to them, but are willing to stick to that vision and do more than just flash pretty things at you. Marvel is on point with their casting. Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, maybe not so much Edward Norton, Chris Hemsworth. It's hard to separate these people from their characters, because they are so good at picking guys who are not only genuinely good people in real life, but also very talented actors that seem to know the characters and have done their homework on the characters and live those characters. Now, as far as the casting of Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck goes, fine. Those guys really, they can handle with what they're given, which isn't much, granted, but they're really good at doing that. But as far as a lot of the other casting choices Zack Snyder's made, I completely disagree with his choices. Jesse Eisenberg is really good with what he's given, but the characterization of that Lex Luthor is so off, and he does not fit that mold. To me, I was completely thrown out of the movie by Jesse Eisenberg, and I love Jesse Eisenberg, but he's not meant for that role. Gal Gadot is amazing, spectacular. I loved everything about her. I have no complaints. Ezra Miller as the Flash is interesting. I mean, it's hard to judge because I haven't really seen him yet, but he doesn't look like the Flash to me. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be great though. I don't know. Marvel knows when to take things serious. DC, and I already know what... DC does not seem to know the difference between being somber and being boring. DC spends so much of its time being like, this is serious, these are serious movies. Look how serious we are about our guy in a bat costume. Why? Why are you so serious? Why don't I... Like, The Dark Knight is an amazing movie, an amazing, serious, somber superhero movie, and it did it really, really well. Batman v Superman and Man of Steel are trying to ape that, and they're not doing a good job. They don't know when to make light of the dumb situation they're in. It's a guy in a bat costume fighting an alien. That's ridiculous. But DC doesn't seem to want to acknowledge that that's ridiculous. They're like, this is serious. This is very serious. And it ends up being so boring. I'm not emotionally moved half the time. Most of the time I'm just like... Okay, now that I've turned the entire internet against me, I think it's time to end this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and stuff, and I'll have a video up another time. Okay, thanks, bye! Bye!